Good afternoon, Mr. Lim.
Yeah.
I may have some rather bad news for you. The memory loss that you're experiencing is linked to inflammation in your brain, something we often see in Alzheimer's disease.
Oh no. Is that serious? Will I have to take pills all the time?
Well, no actually. According to some new treatments, we can try to reprogram some cells in your brain to help to cope with the disease themselves.
As in, change them? How would that work?
Well, let me show you a video on how it works.
In the human brain, there are cells called astrocytes. Astrocytes, the predominant glial cells in the central nervous system, are active regulators of synaptic homeostasis, metabolism, and neuroinflammatory responses. Scientists use something called a viral vector, basically a harmless virus, to deliver new instructions into these cells. The virus attaches to the astrocyte and tries to enter. Because antigens on the virus bind to specific membrane proteins, the astrocyte engulfs them. A specific set of instructions causes the cell to transport the viral vector towards the nucleus. There, it releases its genetic material, and once the genetic instructions get inside, they act like a set of code. They give instructions for the production of amyloid beta sensitive synapse receptors, which allow the astrocyte to recognize a specific signal. For example, amyloid beta, a protein that builds up in Alzheimer's disease. And when that signal is present, the cell is stimulated. The astrocyte releases substances like the cytokine IL-10 that reduce inflammation and protect nearby neurons. Only the astrocytes are affected by this treatment and not other neurons. Thus, instead of constant medication, the treatment happens only at the right place at the right time.
Patient with Alzheimer's is going to be taking medications every day. But the problem with these medications is that it affects all parts of the body, even parts that don't need it, and even at times where, say, the brain isn't inflamed. So some of these medications, like anti-amyloid beta monoclonal antibodies, will cause other side effects, such as brain edema or cerebral microhemorrhages, that can affect up to a third of the patients that take them. And with astrocyte programming, the treatment is only given at the right doses when certain proteins like amyloid beta are detected. And so these doses are given just at the right amount, just at the right time, allowing for more precise and manageable, controllable treatments.
So, Mr. Tan, can you weigh in on this issue through an environmental lens?
Think about how many people take long-term medication daily. This leads to increased large-scale drug production.
This leads to a lot of chemical waste and pollution, which negatively affects soil, water, and ecosystems, impacting organisms inhabiting them. For instance, fish have been proven to have adverse response to pharmaceutical waste in their water, and improper disposal of pharmaceuticals could lead to an increase in antimicrobial resistant superbugs.
So instead of taking medicine all the time, my brain just handles it when something's wrong?
Exactly. It only activates when the disease signal appears.
That sounds a lot better. I'll do it.